Namaste, this is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics and Statistics in Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss on the module normal distribution. This module is a part of the course Research Methodology and Biostatistics under the program of BPT 6th semester and B Optometry 6th semester of the university, and this is a very important topic and the subject of the probability distribution, and included almost every UG and PG level of the course and for the various universities. This normal distribution is a kind of the probability distribution, and it is a continuous probability distribution. As all we know that probability distribution just can be divided into two parts, like discrete probability distribution and the continuous probability distribution. So binomial and the Poisson distributions are the examples, are the cases of the discrete probability distribution, while normal probability distribution is the case of the just continuous probability distribution. In the continuous probability distribution, a random variable x takes infinite values, so it can take infinite values, and while in the discrete probability distribution, the random variable just take the finite values. So in the case of the normal probability distribution, the random variable will take infinite values, and that's why the probability in that case is called not the probability, it is called the probability density function. Here it will depend upon a normal curve, normal distribution curve, and it is a very important part, and normal distribution is also important because it will be useful in the purpose of the sampling and test of the hypothesis by the sampling process. So this normal distribution is a very important part. In the normal distribution, just probability is called probability density function, and a normal curve is made on the xy plane, and there are some properties like it is a bell-shaped curve, and its area under the normal curve and above the x-axis is always 1. So the area between the normal distribution curve and the above x-axis is always 1, and just the x-axis is the asymptote for the normal distribution curve. So asymptote means this line touches the curve at infinity. So the line touches the curve at infinity, and that's why the x-axis touches the curve at infinity. Just we will see the diagram and we will explain there. So that's why x-axis is called the asymptote for this normal distribution curve, and this normal distribution curve is symmetrical about the y-axis. The normal distribution curve is symmetrical, and just for the normal distribution curve, the mean, median and mode all are just equal, for the values are equal. That means the mean, median and mode just coincide on the normal distribution curve, and so these are the various properties of the normal distribution curve. And to explain more and better, we will take some example, and what is the formula for the probability density function. We see that And one important thing is also that this normal distribution is also called Gaussian distribution. So now we take some slides to explain this in more better way. In probability theory and statistics, the normal distribution, also called Gaussian distribution, and is the most significant continuous probability distribution. Sometimes it is also called a bell curve. So it is a bell curve, and the normal distribution is defined by the probability density function for a continuous random variable in the system, because it is just like normal distribution curve is a continuous probability distribution. That's why it is the probability is called the probability density function, and for the continuous random variable in a system. Let us say fx is the probability density function and x be the random variable. Hence it defines a function which is integrated between the range or between the range or interval x to x plus dx, giving the probability of random variable x, the considering the values between x and x plus dx. So here fx is called the probability density function, and it is given by a formula. Now we are going to take this formula. So the condition for the this fx, which is a probability density function, the condition is that the fx must be greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity in open interval. So in open interval minus infinity to plus infinity, the probability density function must be greater than or equal to 0, and the integration of the function fx between the limit minus infinity to plus infinity will be equal to 1. So this integral will be equal to 1. Now next is the normal distribution formula. Normal distribution formula means the probability density function or the probability density formula is given by fx, or we can write sometimes fx comma mu comma sigma, where x represents the variable, mu is the mean of the normal distribution, and sigma is the standard deviation of the normal distribution. So this fx comma mu comma sigma is given by 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi and e raised to the power minus x minus mu whole square upon 2 sigma square. So this formula fx comma mu comma sigma is representing here the probability density function, that is the probability in the case of the continuous probability distribution, where x is the variable. So x is representing here variable, sigma is representing here standard deviation, and mu is the mean of the distribution. Now a kind of the normal distribution curve is shown, that it is called a normal curve, and just along the y-axis we can see it is the value mu is the value of the mean, and just we can see there it is a normal curve which is symmetrical about y-axis, means that is symmetrical means just on the left side and on the right side of the y-axis this curve is symmetrical, and the x-axis is an asymptote for this normal distribution curve, because it is touching the curve, x-axis is touching the curve at infinity, and this the area beneath the curve, beneath means just below the curve and above the x-axis is always equal to 1, the whole area that is equal to 1, and just it can be used for the statistical like hypothesis testing purposes. So it's a very important part of the mathematics and statistics, and just included that this part in almost every course of the UG and PG level, and this is also important part of the research purpose and research scholars because they have to just apply the test for the sampling, for the hypothesis testing, and this normal distribution curve will be used for the for the large samples. Large sample means where the size of the sample n greater than or equal to 30. So this normal distribution curve, the normal distribution will be used there. And in the next slide we are having an example there. So in this question, what is given that and what is required, we see that calculate the probability density function for the normal distribution. Okay, so we are given that for the curve x equal to 3, and where mu means the mean is equal to 4 and the standard deviation sigma is equal to 2. So these are the things which we are already given that and according to the question we have to find the probability density function. So probability density function is required there. So just we have to use the distribution formula for the normal curve and normal distribution, because we know that it is a continuous probability distribution and which has the just formula of the probability as the probability density function. So this probability density function formula, where just we have seen this formula earlier, and we take again this formula. This is the formula 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi. X is their variable, mu is mean, and sigma is called the standard deviation. So now we have to apply this formula for this question. So mu means mu is given that 4, sigma is given that 2, and variable x is given that 3, for which we are required to find probability density function. So just we are putting these values in this formula, and we will find the value of function f. The function f is called here the probability density function. So this probability density function is given by 1.106. So for these given parameters we have found there the probability density function, and this is the required answer of our question. So just we have seen the probability density function formula and the example we have taken, and besides this we have just defined some important properties of normal distribution and its application part. Normal distribution part is also a very important part of probability concept, because probability when we just extend the concept of the probability, then it is called the probability distribution, and probability distribution is divided into two parts like continuous and discrete probability distribution, and we can see it is one of the example of the continuous probability distributions. So just students are advised to learn this topic of normal distribution right with the concepts and mathematical derivations, their properties, its properties and its application parts, and solve some numericals there. Various numericals can be seen in the different books, and take some numericals and different numericals for the practice purpose. And one important thing is also mentioned that this normal distribution curve is just we are having a kind of the table, and the table is called the table of the normal distribution curve for the probability density function. So in this case just we can apply the normal distribution table, and we can use the table for the numerical purposes. So students should take some numericals and practice over these numericals. That's why, because this topic is very important and asked in various examinations, various competitive examinations. So students must practice on this theoretical concept and the practical approach for this normal distribution and the probability distributions. Thank you.